Okay, so you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine in all its glory. Does it live up to the hype?
Alexa, not only does it live up to the hype, but it absolutely exceeds the hype. From the cameos, from the well-written dialogue, from the action sequences, this film has everything a summer blockbuster should have and goes above and beyond. That's why it's made over $205 million, the eighth highest gross opening of all time. Also, it's made over $400 million globally. And I came with props, Alexa. I wanted to show you this. I have the famous popcorn bucket that they've been giving audiences, which the popcorn bucket alone makes you want to go see this film.
I mean, I think that is the most dramatic popcorn bucket I've ever seen in my life. And yes, you know people are going just to go get that so they can forever eat popcorn at their house using that bucket. That is iconic. And such big stars. I mean, you have to see it even if you're not a fan of the franchise to see these two huge actors together in these roles. Now, there was some also big news for Marvel Universe fans coming out of Comic-Con this weekend, so a lot of excitement. Will you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so last night, Marvel had their big presentation down at Comic-Con in San Diego. There was over 6,000 people in the audience, and they announced that Robert Downey Jr. is going to return to the MCU as Dr. Doom. Now, he's going to play a villain in two upcoming Marvel movies that will be directed by the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers directed the original Avengers films, and there's going to be two films coming out, one in 2026, one in 2027. And the fans went crazy because Robert Downey Jr. is, of course, you know, the consummate Marvel actor, and we cannot wait to see him back in the costumes, and now he'll be playing a villain.
That is going to be amazing. I know the lines are going to be long to get into those movies. Now, overall, though, this year, the summer box office really got off to kind of a sluggy start. But Inside Out 2 was expected to save the summer and save Disney. How has that panned out?
Alexa, it's panning out very well for Disney. Inside Out 2 is now the highest grossing animated film of all time. It has made over $1.46 billion in just 6 weeks. And that surpassed Frozen 2, you know, which came out years ago. So, you know, Disney had the #1 movie of May, which was Kingdom, Planet of the Apes. It had the #1 movie of June, which was Inside Out 2. And now it has the #1 film of July with Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you're Disney right now, you are very, very happy.
I was going to say, I didn't think anything would ever top Frozen, but here we are. So I love to see that, and you especially like to see the theaters getting some much-needed revival after all that time with COVID. What else stood out this summer as far as movies are concerned?
Yeah, so Despicable Me 4 was also a huge hit. It's made over $600 million worldwide. The franchise is the highest grossing animated franchise of all time and has made over $5 billion. So the folks over at Universal are very, very happy with how Despicable Me 4 is doing. And, you know, who doesn't love the Minions, Alexa? We all love a good Minion.
We love the Minions, and they even made an appearance at the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, so that was fun to see as well. Okay, now let's fast forward a little bit. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're getting close to fall and holiday movie releases. What do we need to look out on the horizon for there?
So the first film that people are looking forward to, specifically me, is Gladiator 2. Now, it's the sequel to Ridley Scott's 2000 film that starred Russell Crowe. But in Gladiator 2, it stars Paul Mescal, Denzel Washington, and Pedro Pascal. It is going to be a huge spectacle. You know, it takes place in the Roman Empire. The trailer alone has gotten over 215 million views when they posted it a few weeks ago. So that is going to be a huge, huge film coming in the fall. And then, as if that wasn't enough, we have Moana 2 coming. Now, Moana 2 is another film coming from Disney, which is the sequel to the 2016 film. And Moana 2 had Disney's highest watched trailer launch ever. It garnered over 140 million views in just 24 hours. So look for Moana 2 and Gladiator 2 to be two huge films coming for the holiday season.
Okay, I'm definitely excited about both of them, despite how very different they are. Now, okay, the theme that you just mentioned, a sequel. Is there anything that's coming out that's not a sequel that you and fans are excited about?
Yes, Wicked is coming in November. This film has been in development for over 20 years, Alexa, and this film is going to be huge. It obviously is based off the hit musical. It stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, and I just watched an interview that the two of them did at the Olympics, and basically they both said that look for this film to tug at the heartstrings, but also make you laugh, but it also is going to make audiences feel connected with each other. So Wicked is going to be huge this year, and then we're also going to see Wicked Part 2 come next year, also around November of 2025.
Oh my gosh, I have seen Wicked live 3 times, so I am the biggest fan. I cannot wait for that. We will definitely have you back to discuss once that hits theaters. Andrew Freund, entertainment news contributor and host of Dish Nation. Thank you as always for joining us.
Thanks, Alexa.